Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good day, wherever you are, whenever you are. Hello, greetings, mahalo. This is Wendy and Bree, and today we are in a galactic gathering of light. We had some unexpected delays, but here we are on this 8888 2018 portal opening. Heart opening is what I was guided to today in every way, shape, or form. And so today being the Lion's Gate, we, boy, I feel like we're all ready to roar. I had to laugh because I've got my little buddies here, my mascots. So I wanted Bree to say hi. Hi, Bree.
Hi.
So I wanted to, first of all, I got my little guys here. So I wanted to remind everybody that, you know what, part of being 3D is keeping it fun. And so we got a lot of the seriousness out of the way today, and serious, no pun intended. I've got my serious symbols here. So, but for all of you, this is the lion energy. Happy birthday, all you Leos, including Bree. So I even have, okay, I got to turn it on. Hang on, you guys. So happy birthday to all of you.
Oh,
happy solar return. It even kind of matches my, so I've got my elephant of wisdom shirt on here. I was guided today to invite our animal spirit guides with us today. So thank you, all of our animal guides and totems, for being with us today. We had a little visit from a mama cardinal while we were getting set up. So I wanted to just throw that out there for everybody. If it so resonates with you, please look up the cardinal totem and spirit guides, because everything is a message for all of us. And so I know I've looked it up many times myself, and though I don't remember it verbatim, it truly is about singing loud and clear, about partnerships, about love. And today I really felt that this was the heart opening portal of love, that we are in this massive shift as we are in this middle of these 3 trinary eclipses. I was feeling like we needed to really sing and speak in light languages. I was guided to bring out my oracle cards, and they said, let's draw 8 cards today. So I'm hoping that we can get all of our 8 cards in and some light language blessings and activations and transmissions to help us all. I've got my little goodie box here. So I was gathering little things that I was guided to, and I've been seeing tons and tons, and everybody's been telling me to butterflies, right? And this is the season for us here in the Northern Hemisphere where the butterflies are just immense and just beautiful. They're huge here in Tennessee. I've got huge big ones and blue and yellow and every color. They're large and small and white, and I'm just so many. And change. We are in the midst of great change. And that is really, and look at the spiral. And this is what we're doing, you guys. This is it. Even now I'm getting that feeling that I get in my solar plexus, that spinning feeling of the energy starting to spin. They're gathering here with us. I was just discussing the hands that I have on my wall here of the energy. I've been reminded so many times in the last couple of weeks how much energy that we have to heal ourselves. And we even forget, even I forget. I've been nursing a very sore stub toe for the last couple of weeks too. It's been extremely painful. And sometimes I forget, oh wait, oh wait, I can send it healing. I can send it light languages. I can send it Reiki. So we forget how powerful we are. And we use these portals, these permission slips of eclipses and Lion's Gates every year on this 8/8. And now here we are, 8/8/2018. 2018 is our 11 year, another portal number, divine guidance number. And then this 8888. So again, numerology, you guys. I love throwing, is it Joanne's Sacred Scribe? She has one of the best sites for the angel numbers and explaining in her interpretation of what these mean. And so I love Numerology. I actually, you guys, today I was just reminded, today I sat on I have a big whiteboard downstairs, and I'm writing all of these dates and numbers and just all of these coincidences and synchronicities. And and as I'm remembering, it's like I'm hearing, when you are in tune with who you are, you begin to truly understand absolutely everything. Synchronicity is the rule, not the exception. When you begin to, and we were even talking earlier about a video that I came across from Elon, and it was negative and positive synchronicity. And so we had a very interesting conversation about negative and positive synchronicity. And so very interesting how it's all about perception. And we can not deny what these energies that all of us are going through, how it's affecting us physically, every one of us, emotionally, spiritually, telepathically, telepathically. Those of us who've always been able who are always aware of this within ourselves, and those who are just awakening and remembering this awareness within themselves, to be able to literally feel each other, to feel what each other are feeling. And this is the whole idea of what we're moving to in the heart space, the heart center of understanding. Absolutely everything is one, and everything's connected. Absolutely everything. And all of the nuances and multidimensional things that we can't even begin to wrap our minds around yet, that are wrapped up into all of this. And so here I am in the grocery store. Levity, fun. We're here to have a good time. We're here to have fun, you guys. We are here to finally embrace who we are and enjoy and love even those spaces and crevices that we didn't want to look at before. We're ready to sweep it out and see ourselves. Even what we call negative is just a perception. A dark side is just a perception. It's just another piece of us. And even the lion, they're very quiet and but yet very loud, and yet they rely completely on instinct. And everyone in the jungle, when they see the lion coming, they all give a wide berth. There's a quiet elegance, a quiet loudness, right, about the lion, that it doesn't even need to speak loud to carry its grace, to carry its elegance, it needs to be in its quietest to be its most effective, right? And so I've even been discovering in the last, month, several months, really, since the beginning of the year, I think, the need to be more quiet inside and with myself, and to truly begin to embrace these things and reveal the things to myself that I haven't wanted to see, and to not resist it anymore, but to love it, to embrace the experience that I've divinely been given because of that, the knowledge that I've gained because of that experience. And when we think of the elephant too, we think of this huge, beautiful, calm, loving creature, very much like us humans, in that they feel each other, they feel and act human, and in the sense, the way that they love and the way that they protect. And yet again, I believe they're the largest mammal on the planet, if I'm not mistaken. And yet they can be very, very quiet and very, very loving, but their strength is known, again, like the lion. And it was interesting how many of us, speaking of synchronicities, how many of us this last 2 weeks have been seeing elephant stuff everywhere, and how many of us started sharing those videos. I think you did too, right, Bree? The guy playing the piano to the elephants.
Yeah, the elephant that had like trauma, and it healed.
I just found it for the first time myself only a week or two ago, and my great grandmother collected elephants, and so there's just that feeling of calm and wisdom and gentleness, yet strength and perseverance and maternal love and maternal instincts. So the Elephant Collective is known for its maternal energy.
Yeah.
And interesting how I moved here, and I had heard about it a long time ago, but when I moved from the Chicago area down here to Tennessee, I realized I'm not far from, I think it's the only elephant sanctuary here in North America. So I found that also very synchronistic and very interesting. And we also have one of the largest bird sanctuaries here as well. So that avian energy, that phoenix rising, that bird, us wanting to fly, us wanting to know that freedom. The eagles, you guys have seen, if you've been watching me for a little while, you've seen the eagles. I was just talking the other day about when I used to walk in the woods where I lived before, and how the cardinals, the birds, would just flock around me as I would walk through this farm fields and the woods, speaking light languages. When we become that energy, when we become in the flow of that, is when we invite our own true change. And as Bree and I were discussing earlier, change even to the, and we don't know what it feels like to the butterfly or even to the bird that's, cracking through the egg. We don't know if it's painful for them or not. Is it uncomfortable? But I know in our experience, in my experience, the only great change and expansion that I can say I've truly gained the most knowledge from, I guess, is the ones that have been absolutely the most painful and heart-wrenching. And yet they were the best things that we just said that today, the best thing that could have happened to me. And sometimes the realizations that we want to run away from are so damn painful, because you're thinking, how could I have been so blind? How could I have been so, and we berate ourselves and berate ourselves and berate ourselves. And then we sit in that hamster energy wheel. Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see it? Why didn't I see it? Instead of saying, okay, wait, I see the experience. I see it now. I value that experience. And now I value me more because of that experience I just had. And that's what ultimately I believe that we are all here to understand, is when we completely value ourselves, we value each other. Because when we invalidate anything with each other, we are simply invalidating a voice of ourselves, a part of ourselves, a mirror of ourselves that we just don't want to see. When you embrace it and love it, and even if somebody hurts you and you perceive them as hurting you, it still has nothing to do with them. Nothing. It's about, how do I accept without judgment, in unconditional love, this situation, this person? How do I change me? How do I change my perception and my value of that experience? It's got nothing to do with changing them or whether they get it or get you or not. It's got nothing to do with them. And once we begin to understand that, that's when the great change happens. So,
yeah, very
we never know where these things are going to go. So, I'm going to take a little drink. Is there anything you'd like to add with that, Bree?
Well, of course, the synchronicities, between our journeys and the things that we've come up against, to address, to look at, and really shine that light of illumination on and say, okay, I see you. I get it now. And with that awareness of that thing that you were trying to shove under the rug, just with the awareness of it, it can be healed. Just by us being like, okay, I see you. I hear you. I get it. And I mean, it seems everything is so backwards. Everything that we've been ever taught, anything we've ever learned is pretty much completely backwards. And it's very difficult to really wrap our minds around it and realize that we are reprogramming ourselves from the inside out, every single cell, every single molecule.
And we blame ourselves. How much do we blame ourselves? We were just talking about that today, how much we blame ourselves for why didn't we see it before? Why did we because you needed the experience.
Yes.
Don't Even Elon said that today. If you can be okay with not needing to know why and maybe never, ever finding out why,
Yeah.
you are free.
And
Your heart.
even that sentence, yeah, your heart. There we go. Your heart is free, because otherwise when you're all caught up in your head and you're trying to figure it out with your brain, it does not fly, and it will drive you literally mad. Like, I've put myself through some insane experiences. Insane. Okay. And I've had to look at myself and be like, all right, so what is that all about? And then I tried to wrap my mind around it. I tried to come down to, okay, well, this was like this, and then this happened, cause and effect, cause and effect. No, we have to let all that stuff go and just realize that we're literally attracting situations and people and events into our lives based off of the energy we're putting out. And when we shine that light of illumination on the things that we're subconsciously trying to like shove under the rug and be in denial about and not look at, that's when it just will fester and grow. And you're still emitting that energy that you're trying to shove under the rug. Even if you're shoving it way under, you're burying a big pit and you're putting some concrete, it doesn't matter how far you shove it down. It will fester and grow, and it will become Godzilla. It will.
You just gave me a visual. I was just thinking about the dogs. I was thinking about dog energy, because this is the Chinese year of the dog, and I was thinking about how, the dog is the symbol of service to humanity. And then I'm laughing because I have a dog. So I also found this guy in the grocery store. The same store I got this guy. So this was as soon as I saw it, that's what I was given, that this is the symbol of service. This is the year of the dog. And so I just, saw it, loved it, grabbed it. It looks, and I have to say, for anybody who knows Ranger, my dog, it looks a lot like Ranger.
It does kind of look like Ranger. If Ranger was like zapped into a minuscule, cute little pocket version of himself,
it would look like this, right?
Yeah.
So, and I had to laugh because, I have dogs. I've always had dogs. Bree has a cat. And so it was funny. Well, we were both giving our pets today, TLC. Ranger hurt his paw. And so Fletcher was feeling kind of unloved today. So anyway, we're talking about, and it just made me feel like even our empathy toward our animal kingdoms, our pets, is growing even stronger. I know for sure that Ranger and I have this telepathic connection that is undeniable. I mean, and call it permission slips, call it what you will, but it is real. And so when we begin to understand that when these birds land, when these butterflies, this last couple of weeks, it's been, I have the most beautiful, magnificent dragonflies here. And then all these huge other colors, big ones, big giant ones, these teeny little beautiful blue dragonflies, the eagles, the crows, all of these are messages, because there's not one single thing in our reality that we did not create for ourselves. Not one. Everything's a message, and everything's connected to everything. So it has this ripple effect on us when we begin to truly embrace that idea. It empowers us, but yet it sets us free at the same time. It's this complete balance of pure energy, that we remind ourselves that there is no need to compare ourselves to absolutely anyone or anything, because there's not one single thing in all of creation that's identical. Not one thing. Not even identical people are identical. So that alone, and the no more needing for people to understand or get us, or to give us permission to finally see our own divinity and to just follow what it is. I was just talking what it is that we love to do. And I was just discussing this with somebody this week about that, oh, well, you know, there's so many other people that do what I do. And why, you know, gosh, you guys, how many restaurants are there? How many doctors? How many lawyers? How many, you know, we don't resonate with the same things. And so there's all these people on the planet who are looking for their soul families. And yet, even though we're all connected, we're all going to get there from wherever, whatever there is no there, but we're all coming at it from a different direction. But that doesn't make the direction incorrect or faster or slower or better or worse. It's just unique to you, for you, by you, for your experience. Once we devour that and understand that completely, we are free. And it truly then, I got my little healing stone here, truly then becomes a truly healing experience. I know the light's weird in here. So, you know, all of this that we use, are permission slips to remind us that we're connected to everything. And no matter what, we've decided that, and there's a yellow butterfly, I swear to God, flying outside. So, you know, once we understand that, it helps us open our hearts. I've got all my little hearts here. So I've got angelite and rose quartz. So I just, you know, just sharing the energy of whatever this brings to us. And, you know, I think all of us have even come to understand, especially now, you know, we don't even, you know, I could close this box and never need another permission slip, to be honest with you. I mean, yes, we've agreed that these do certain things for us, but I think with this eclipse energy and us really becoming in tune with our body and mind and spirit, we begin to completely and finally understand all I need to do is ask myself. All I need to do is ask my body. All I need to do is ask my higher self. And Bree and I were talking about that earlier because I was having that needing of validation. And so I'm spending like 30 minutes with my pendulum asking her questions. And it's just like, and then you're almost laughing at the silly absurdity of it when you know that you're the one answering the question anyway. It's like,
yeah, I've had multiple experiences like that recently and then I'm sitting there actually laughing at myself. And then I'm like,
that's what I mean.
This is actually hilarious. And I'm
and this was just today. You know, this was
we
just
have to laugh at ourselves.
My morning meditation. And then they say the same thing. They're like, you know, you got to lighten up on yourselves. But as you can see, I was feeling very colorful today, this pink, high pink energy, but yet it's all the colors of the rainbow, all of the symbols, all of the alchemy of all of this. And that's why I like that term, a gathering of lights. And I felt like this needed to be just like just this pure, and I'm seeing these hands again on the painting. I wish, yeah, you guys can't see it, but that's okay because you probably can't even see it in the mirror, I don't think. Oh, yes, you can. Can you guys see the painting right there?
It's a little blurry.
Probably not. It's probably too small. But anyway, it's like, you know, healing hands. And so, again, you know, I'm having issues here. And I'm like, wait a minute. Remember how much, even just doing that, you can feel the generation of energy. And to remind ourselves how wonderful we are. And that truly, you guys, every single day is a birthday. Every single moment is a birthday. That was another thing discussing. We are the ones who choose whether or not to let yesterday's experience. We decide how, by our reaction to it, in this now, the frequency of how we choose to bring in that experience right now. I can bring in the sadness, the hurt, that part of it, or I can bring in the knowledge part of it that I gained from it, and then decide right then and there, that is not the frequency I prefer. That is not the frequency I choose to carry with me. And in order for me to follow my truest, highest joy and excitement, I know that I have to stop clinging to those things and those frequencies that once felt comfortable that now are simply too painful to even entertain. I can't, it's like it's like, it's just too painful to even feel like that anymore. And now if I have the tools, like you said, like we said, awareness is everything, right? Well, the angels agree. Awareness is everything. That once you're aware of it, you can't pretend to yourself anymore because you're aware. And then it's no longer pretense, it's a choice. And even the choice is still okay. The choice is still okay. If you want to choose to continue that experience, that's okay too. But you got to be okay with that being okay too. This is the whole point of it. It's the resistance of it all as well. And the resistance, as we know, is what causes dis-ease within us. And then how that expresses itself can be in an infinite, timeless number of ways, because we're all different. And this is why we have so many different things, and ailments and illnesses. And, every commercial on television is, a drug commercial. So, but at any rate, this is the whole point, is we're understanding we are self-healers. And maybe Reiki brings us into this awareness, maybe light languages, maybe it's channelers, maybe it's astrology, perhaps it's oracle or tarot cards. It doesn't matter how you become, how you get to finding yourself. It doesn't matter what avenue you get to, how you get there. The point is that that's what we're here to discover. It's all about self-discovery, nothing more. And we can, and we can, which I'm not going to, but, there's focus on exopolitics. There's focus on, the finances. There's focus on the medical industry. There's focus on, we were just discussing that too, where there's focus on the, what agreements are going on between the human and our ET friends. What do we really know? And so you can focus on any of these things in any given moment. The question is, how does it make you feel? What frequency does it put you in? And how does it resonate with your core vibration? Because right away by that icky feeling you get that it doesn't. And right away by that wonderful, oh my God, that harmonic chord was just struck within me. The one that knows that's my true core vibration. Even if, as we said today, even if it's one you didn't want to see, because that's the one you need to see, is the one that says, you sure that resonates with your core? Because kind of don't think so. And then we just need to take a look at the reasons why we're hanging on to it. And once you become aware of the reasons you're hanging on to it, then you have a more clear understanding of what thoughts and beliefs are attached to that and why you would be continuing to do something that may not be to your highest core vibration. And when we're not there, then we're too afraid to go out in the world and be that brilliant light and be that person, whatever it is that we're not supposed to, whatever it is that is our highest joy and excitement to do in the world. And sometimes we disguise excitement with fear. Well, or something will happen. Well, I guess that's not meant to be. So, we can't hide from that anymore. We are no longer being able to hide from that. And what happens is as we become more telepathically connected, we can't hide it from each other anymore either. I've been able to read people's energy since I was about, I'm trying to just go back to my earliest recollection, I guess. And I was probably about 3. And so, but we unlearn it slowly, but surely we unlearn it and unlearn it and unlearn it. And now we're just remembering, we're reconnecting, re-putting back, remembering that powerful individual that we are. And of course, all of the other facets and fractals that go along with all of that, which
everything in eternity, just No big deal.
The angels, the
Everything in
guides, the
existence.
ancestors, the elements, the elementals, the building blocks of life, all of that. Numerology, sacred geometry, again, these symbols. And the other morning I was telling Bree about the synchronicity I had the other day. I had a friend and some family come over, and the other morning, and I got up in the morning and I dressed in blue, and I was guided to grab my kind of periwinkle light blue pen here and started drawing. And when the company arrived, I looked at all of us. Every one of us was wearing blue. And then they all come upstairs, and I said, "Oh, guys, by the way, look what I was guided to draw this morning." And we're all wearing blue. So these are the kind of things that we might dismiss. But come on. And then they said to me that when I was drawing, they said, what date did I write the date? Oh, yes, it was on. So the date was 13/14 equaled 6. So it was on the 5th. And so the date equals 6. And so I was writing the 6, and then I started hearing, oh, hello. We are how did they say that to me? Something like you've tapped into the frequency of the 369 energy. And how did they say that? Something like, and Sirius enjoys that energy very much, or something like that. I mean, you think this is crazy, but you can't make it up, right? So, then I'm hearing, we are an aquatic species from the 9th dimension, and we reside in the Sirius star system. And it was just like that voice, very soft and very loving. And I'm just like, is this for real? I'm just like, okay, did I really hear that? But that's why I wrote. And you can see there's a 6 and then a 9th dimension. And and then here's an eye. And I've been drawing this for a long time, but it does feel like these aquatic beings, like bird and aquatic, like an avian kind of aquatic being, that
so pretty. Wait, can you put that back up? I want to look at
yeah, go ahead. Wow. And I still feel like maybe there's more to be had there, but I didn't want to continue. I didn't want to mess it up, you know what I mean? But it was just it felt very soft, very feminine, very loving. And maybe feminine's not even the word, it just felt soft and very kind and loving. And I love this. It's kind of, I like quilting. I haven't made a quilt in a long time, but this is some of the fabric left over from one of the quilts that I made. And it's got like kind of sparkly blue. And so I use it a lot of times for my oracle readings to lay my cards on, just because I like it. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to kind of leave that up there for you guys at the onset of that. But it's to also encourage everybody, when you're starting, I don't know if I've got any good dark ones here that you can see in this pad, but that's why I want to encourage everybody, if you get the inkling to begin to draw this stuff or speak light languages and things like that, it really is all about, I like this because it symbolizes to me new beginnings. I just happened to open to this page. This is my idea of kind of like a lotus. And this is kind of like the melding of the balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine and the magic and of us finding ourselves and then coming out, into the lotus. It's kind of a poor drawing, but that was kind of the idea behind it. But
I love that.
So there was just a couple things that had come to me, and but I just wanted to encourage people that more and more people, as they're becoming more and more aware of their galactic selves, they're waking up thinking, hearing things about light languages or getting symbols or getting the guidance to, write them, share them. And so this, I really believe, is what I know my guides have been telling me in my meditations and in my own channelings for myself, is this is just one of the another eclipse. This trinary eclipse is huge in this like breakthrough, almost like I feel like the bird, you know, punching through the egg, you know, or the butterfly punching through the cocoon. Like this is really like our cocoon, you know. And as we were talking about, each one of these eclipses, even now I'm talking about going back to the Great American Solar Eclipse now too. Each one of these eclipses are like bookends, you know, solars and lunars and new, you know, each one of these is almost like a bookend to the next, yet their energies overlap each other. They continue, and it's as if they've been showing me. It's not just an overlap, you guys. You guys are literally in the fifth dimension, you know, moving into that fifth dimensional idea of energy. This is the age of Aquarius. This is 2018 equaling 11, that master vibration number. And of course, 3 and 33, the master vibration number. And even today, wait, what is today? So wait, doesn't today equal 9? I think I added it up this morning. I think I was like, I can't think right this second. So I was thinking about, so it's kind of funny that I was hearing that 9, you know, that 9th dimensional energy or whatever. See, and every now and then it's like, okay, all of a sudden I get really, really warm when I start to feel like their energy. Woo! Yeah, time for some tea. And this is my lovely sun tea. So anybody who's seen my video.
Oh, yes.
When I make my sun tea.
Yeah.
My love and my light languages. And this sun tea actually sat out also in overnight in the moonlight. And so yeah, it's got lots of love and light languages in it. And
extra charged. I don't know why I'm gonna bring this up, but I had learned over my journey that that fairies help at night with how do I explain this? With taking the moonlight and giving it to the plants, allowing the plants and the flowers and everything to actually be able to blossom. And I don't know why I'm saying this,
you
but
are absolutely right.
When I learned that, I'm like, what? That's so cool. Like, that is the coolest thing.
That is so awesome that you said that, because it reminded me of something I read about the fairies and the pixies and everything, that in the morning dew, they all come out to drink the dewdrops on all the plants because of that reason, because it's they called it their almost like their magic elixir. And they literally said, if you guys go out in the morning, and I started doing that because I was doing my light language videos really, really early in the morning. So I would get up and I would be out there. And I know you guys must be like trying to visualize what that must look like, but there I am with the fairies and the pixies licking the dew off the flowers and the leaves. I'm like, if anybody can see me now as I'm going out to do a light language video, I like, see, you guys don't know what I mean.
That is one of the funniest things I've heard in a really long time.
So I just like,
that is amazing.
It's so weird that you said that.
Man, Wendy, I gotta give it to you, Wendy. I mean, really, that is like some next level.
That's my elemental sharings of the day. So
there we go. I mean, talk about being being vulnerable.
Okay, so I've got honey in here. That's local honey from the bees in my, in our area. So I've got honey from the bees in my area in my tea too, and then you've got the tea, the herb from the tea. And I'm just like, this is so, you guys, don't you see the alchemy here? It's like, and then the sun from the, the sun tea, and then it set out the moon. I'm like, how could you guys not think this is magic? And
especially with the energies that are coming in recently. Oh my God. I've seen photos. People have been posting all these photos of the sun. I know you know all about that. You take a lot of photos of the sun too. But some of these photos are just like you're literally like somebody sending a photo from a different planet. And they're like, here, look at what I captured today. I mean, technically it is a different planet because everybody's in their different own dimension and reality. And everybody is in a different dimensional experience and all of that. But I mean, so you can think of everybody as being on their own planet. You can, and sometimes that can be very helpful. Trust me. But it's amazing what's going on with the planets and with the energies and with the sky and with all these eclipses. And man, this Lionsgate today is like the energy is really vamped up. But it's a weird. It's like a, I don't know. For me, I'm feeling it like it is just pure openness to set our intentions. It's like everything's like opened up in the safest space, and it's like, what do you really want moving forward?
What exactly?
What do you really want?
And you just gave me that image today. All these 8s, right, you guys? So we've got all these 8s, infinity, right? We're talking about what is it what can we set in place that's, you know, and nothing. Everything is temporary, right? We already know that everything's temporary, but still, that whole idea of setting something in motion that will take us out to maybe our infinity. I don't know. I was just seeing all these, and then today, I swear to God, I don't know if you guys saw that I posted on Facebook. As soon as I looked at the clock, I you know, one of those things, look at the clock, you know, 8:08 a.m. on 8/8, and I think the temperature had 8s in it, and that's the first thing I posted this morning was crazy 8s.
Crazy 8s. I love that. That's so cool.
Oh, I said, well, that's kind of a double meaning, huh?
And for me, recently, I've really had to do a lot of looking at my lack mentalities and the limiting beliefs and things that I was kind of letting myself still be encaged in. And the 8s have been bonkers in just like these symbols for me to realize that infinity is literally what we are. And
yes,
everything is infinite. And when we're looking for the abundance of, if we don't have a visual, physical manifestation of what we would call the abundance that we're looking for in our life, then we have to shift the perspective to, well, there's an abundance of everything else. There's an abundance of these molecules making up my desk and making up the air. And, you know, I'm abundant that I can move my arms and legs around and blink my eyes, and I can taste food and I can breathe, you know. It's just a shift in perspective. That's all it takes.
You brought up a good point just now. If we don't know what we want, and many of us don't know what we want, but we know we want bliss. So maybe that's all you need to say. I want peace. I want to feel bliss. I want to feel good about myself. I want to feel strong and abundant. I want to feel sure and certain. You know, these are things that we can and need to ask our guides for if we don't know what it is that's keeping us from that infinite idea of who I am and what I came to be, which it's not like you're coming to fill the shoes of the person you came to be. We are creating as we go along the person that we desire to be in that moment by moment by moment, which obviously changes. Many of us, you know, we don't like the same things we liked before, you know, it just, that's the way it works, you know. And I keep seeing that change, the 8s, you know,
that's cool.
That whole idea of that. So, and you know, the leaf, the vine, you know, we're all connected so divinely in every way. And I've even on my little table here, I've got these little tiny spiral things.
Oh my God.
They're just little things. You know, my sister, I think she put them in a birthday card for me one time, and I just, you know, I just kind of leave them spilled out on my table.
Spirals to me have taken on a whole different
completely
symbology.
Different.
Now that I'm learning that we can send out our intention, our energy, as if it's a spiral. We can literally We can use our energy and visualize it as a spiral coming from our heart. And we can use this to co-create with other people. We can actually, two people can come together and intentionally send out their heart spirals together, and they will connect, and you'll share your soul wisdom together.
At the heart in the spiral.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was going to bring up. And you're talking about, and there's a butterfly on there, and it says
so
change.
Awesome.
And I'm like, this is just a little weird.
I mean,
like,
that's just
and,
so.
and you know what my mom bought me for my birthday, which I did not ask for? A spiralizer.
I don't even know what that is.
It's a vegetable spiralizer, so you can make
that spirals
zucchini
vegetables.
noodles and stuff. But it's like one of the nice ones, not the crappy handheld, which I can't. I have to like throw that thing in the garbage. It's such a piece of junk. Like it doesn't. Like you can do anything with this. No, but anyway, the spirals because I recently, went through a course, and it was about using this heart spiral of your intention connecting to the source light, the source of everything, of all that is, and being able to then pull that down and anchor everything into this reality, instead of us just being like, oh, I want to do this, and we could do this, and I could do this, and that would be so fun. And then it doesn't get anchored in because you're caught up in all of the.
And if everything exists, if everything already exists, then we're not, it's just, it's making you becoming the frequency of you having it in this reality. And if we are not focused about what we want, our higher self does not know what to deliver to us. They don't even, because if we can't be clear, so yes, we want peace. And then they offer by way of all of these synchronicities and permission slips, they give us, okay, well, this will offer you peace. But then we ignore it. We analyze it. We don't trust it. And then they're just, we are free will beings. What else are they going to do? Okay, well, I sent you, let me send you another message. Well, let me try another message. Well, let me try it this way. Well, let me try it through, and we're always receiving those messages by way of the mirrors in our reality, but we don't even see the message that's sitting right in front of our face. It's right there. And me included. Me included. So, I'm not immune here. So.
Oh, me neither. Trust me.
But so today, I really, as I was kind of debating what, if I was going to do this, and if I wanted to, and if I was so I was gathering this feeling, and all of a sudden, this warmth and this bliss just said, you know what? Just be. Whatever happens, I felt like this beautiful sound healing, like this energy burning in me, that it's time for us to be joyous, to dance and sing, metaphorically, physically, spiritually. We're ready to move out and go beyond and take this eclipse energy. I've been hearing this all week from my own guides. This is your eclipse. They were telling me that this is your eclipse. Your personal, internal, spiritual eclipse is what they were saying. So, so with that said, Bree and I we were really guided to, there's some messages that wanted to come through on the cards, and we really wanted to bring some light languages. So I'd really like to do that. I'm not even sure how we're doing on time.
It's a little past 5.
Okay.
Quarter after 5.
So one of the first messages I got was this whole animal energy, this tuning into our animal instincts, tuning into our animal totems, these messages from source, and however that may be. And so it was very interesting as when the cardinal landed earlier, because that was a sure sign for me, for Bree, for us in that moment, that was a reflection for us. And so I will be going and looking up the cardinal totem again, just to remind myself and see every time I read it, of course, I'm going to feel and see something different that's going to resonate with me, because I'm not the same me I was the last time I read it. And the message from my guides is going to be pertaining to something completely new, because I'm new. And that's why, well, yeah, I've looked it up before. No, you look it up again, because there's a reason.
It's always different in every moment.
Yes, in every moment, it's a new reason, and it's answering a new question, because the last time it came to you, it was answering a different question. So with that said, I've got a couple different things here. So I'm just going to kind of start with just a little bit of, I love the sound of chimes.
Me too.
So and I love this one so much. And I have to say, what is on here? It looks like just some leaves and things, but, and I've got my triangle here. I've got a few different triangles here and my singing bowl. So I've just been kind of just feeling like, this kind of light angelic, kind of just a little playful, like, you guys, it's time to play. It's time to sing. It's time to make noise. It's time to be joyful and come out of yourselves and stop judging yourselves and stop being so timid and afraid of who you might be.
Second that one.
Of what you can accomplish. Stop being afraid
Yep.
of succeeding. How many times have you and I talked about that, about being afraid to succeed? So that's what these
we have to just literally like look at that, like with our consciousness, like I was saying, shine the light. And like, I see you. It's okay. We're going to go in this direction instead. And just
like our pet,
beating it down.
Our pet does something, or they make a mess, or they're hurting, and it doesn't matter what they do. We love them no matter what. It's like unconditionally, we love them. And so, but we still are not. We have not even come into the heart space where we can actually even apply that to ourselves yet. We can't even feel that way about ourselves yet, or the look and vision in the mirror right now. Even now, I'm like, good gosh, I'm like. I'm like, oh goodness. But then you just start speaking from your heart, and all of this mask, this physical vessel, just evaporates. And this is what comes through to people. And it's your aura, your essence, your inner color, your inner light. That's what people see. This, love it. You picked it because you needed it. So enjoy it, embrace it, and accept it, because you can't change it until you love it and embrace it and accept it, because you can't change something you reject. You can't. It's not the same frequency, and it's not even changing it. It's just metamorphosizing into the true vibration of what you are. You're not changing anything. Not really. You're simply changing your vibration, and which then you will receive a different reflection.
And that gets into, jumping timelines and, quantum leaps, and hey, I mean, literally anything is possible. We do have to keep that in mind. We really do. That we're moving into
everybody, it's not even anything. Remind yourself, everything is possible. When you can change the word anything to everything, you right away you completely shift your brain space to another level of thinking. When you change it from anything to everything, something as simple as a word can shift your whole dynamic. So I'd like to start with just a thank you to everyone here present, to Bree, to me, to our higher selves, to our guides, to all of those who have given their perspective today through the reflections of Bree and I. And to remind us and all of you that every single perspective is a perspective of source, that each one is unique and purposeful and powerful and perfect, and that everything is possible, and that we don't need to change that. What we need to change is how we receive and respond to that. That's all we are here to change, to transmute, to metamorphosize, is us. Not them, not that, not anything else. That's not your work. So we thank our guides and the energies that are here with us today as we receive an offer by reflection guidance to each other. For these are always a galactic gathering of lights, of all the lights from all the realms, from all the dimensions, and all parts of creation. That which you cannot begin to imagine, and that which is in your imagination, because there is nothing, absolutely nothing, that occurs in your imagination that doesn't exist. Nothing. As soon as you think it, it exists. It is then your decision to recreate the frequency. Misieto somaliano nuaba or Bokushonaria Wailaniano Akola, Kisato somaliano Akalakosa, Shinikaliana Maliato Sama Itashanati Wananawa, Ote Kayana se. Sepo sono riscewe, liana niki, e Boshonate liana na Itusama, the Enakela Kisa. And we are eternally grateful for this exchange and this gathering, for there are many souls in many times, but timeless as you call time. For everything is actually just a different perspective of the same one diamond. And what you do and what you are never ends. It simply transmutes, transforms. But you are the infinite. You are the eight. You are the never ending. You are always and forever. Now is the time when you will walk through the gate and actually embrace your existence. You will no longer deny it. You will no longer judge it. You will no longer be pained by it, but empowered by it. Yasoto shemira mayanu korokose simiti sani inana elihinani oko saporushnori sanayamana kewani ushnora. Each of you are an endless fountain of youth, of understanding, of vibration. This is up to you, moment by moment. What comes out of your fountain? Mishono tiapa unia sali inabako satashna simirumba kashnari mariama ina kiwa ulusamate. You are simply here to become in harmony with your true vibration, that of love. When you apply love, you heal. Miyasatoshi, like a soothing balm. Miyasonateshin. And your heart is healed when you reveal something new to yourself. And allow it to integrate and allow it to expand within you. And we'd like now to offer this moment to ask Bree if she would also like to offer a blessing.
Ilhisala anial ishok ot oar anties oshea. te eretia so haya. Me haya tixkerias eneat auseheritis yuhokototora miais isho hatisiaya. Mies orosho anania tieratias okoa initi asios huas aratanta tiara atantia. Ni seriatil soshokoa. Mohoehia. Nehia hanna hautehia. Narata shokoa.
Nishania. Netbuku yasana toshimi ina koleamba yasunote indikiata sopesena tetea. It is time. I was hearing, it is time for you to be more serious about your play. Because it is in your play that will allow you to become serious about that which serves you.
And that which serves the all.
Yes, and that which serves the all. And that is the way in this year of divine service and the symbol of service of the dog. That is the most divine service that you can perform. And there is no other more important or divine service that you can perform than that. And I find it very interesting that as I was shuffling, the very first card that I pulled over was the polar bear, and the background is a blue and green, the color of the heart and throat chakra. Stand up for yourself and speak your truth respectfully and compassionately with no attachment to the outcome. Number one, so that's our number one, and it's white, a white, clear clarity. And there's even yellow in there. As our solar plexus.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're all getting right now, I think.
We are all learning to stand up for ourselves, but speak your truth respectfully and compassionately, but with no outcome, no attachment to the outcome. When we say something, we've got to let go of how it's received, how they respond, how none of that matters. As long as you're coming from integrity, you're speaking truthfully and respectfully from your heart, your body, your mind, your spirit, what's good for all of you. Everyone wins. That was the Message from Your Animal Spirit Guides by Stephen Farmer. So I always like to see what decks they are. This one is from Dr. Shelley. This is the me deck, and I'm just being guided to grab what I grab when I grab it. And the back of this card. Now, the back of the other one, you guys, is also a bird. So I wanted to point that out, that it's a water bird. So we've got that also. Yes, because I believe it's a blue heron. If I'm not right, you guys, is it a blue heron?
Mm-hmm. I think
so.
And speaking of Dr. Shelley, Tammy is now watching and says hello.
Hi,
Tammy! We have quite a few people saying hello. So it's very
Hi,
nice.
everybody. Everybody out there, I didn't know. I meant to ask Bree to say hi to everybody, if there's anybody watching, if there was any questions or comments. I love you all. Thank you all for being here. And Tammy, thank you so much, my sweet girl. Tammy's the one who sent me this deck, and she actually sent it. She's a friend of Dr. Shelley. A student of hers, and she actually sent it to me from Dr. Shelley herself. So what is synchronicity? And again, here's what is going to be what do we need to know about ourselves in order for us to experience complete joy, success, harmony, and of course, growth. And that's why I love this deck. It's so colorful. It's very artsy. And we got the third eye on the back. So how abstract yet multidimensional, yet like, okay, what do I need to see? What's in front, or should I say, what's in front of my face that I'm not seeing? Maybe which one's the better, the better question sometimes, right, you guys? And I want to thank all of you guys who watch, who share, who subscribe. I'm just shocked every single day. Every single day, I'm just humbled and just mesmerized by the beauty and the comments and the sharings and the love, and how every day there's somebody new coming to visit and somebody new sharing their heart and soul with me. And you guys have no idea how that makes me feel, and how that makes me feel so, you know, like trusting, you know, that I'm being trusted with the inner you, and as I'm trusting all of you with the inner me, I guess. So, whoa, this, you know, okay. The other night I did a video when I was sitting outside, and it was Lady Venus, and it was all about, it's time to romance yourselves, you guys. It's time to fall back in love with yourselves, and sensuality is the card. And boy, there's a heart right in the center of these puckered little lips of hers. My love is an art form. That's a pretty powerful, I mean, we are here to no longer fear and run away from our own sensuality with ourselves. I was literally had a date with myself, you know, sitting out with Venus, lighting the candles, you know, whatever you need to do to feed your bliss and become sensual with yourself is what we are being invited to do right now. And all of the planetary alignments, and we've got, you know, Jupiter's out here, Mars is out here, Saturn's out here. We were talking about all all the retrogrades, you know, and so it's about openly becoming sensual with ourselves, about our thoughts, our beliefs, no longer needing to, it's like they're saying, I no longer need to label who I am. I just need to be who I am, you know. And this whole thing with labels lately has been, I've been getting a lot of information about labels, you know, from my guides about us and how we have got to drop these labels, you know. And love is love. Why do we need to define how we love, who we love, what sex we love, what kind of sex we love? Why do we even need to define that, you know? This is where we're going with our sensuality, with ourselves. It's no longer needing to even put this is what I am or who I am. It's just, I'm going to just be who I am. And that is going to explain it for itself. And as we become more telepathic, we feel that with each other. You don't need to tell me what you like or prefer. I know you because I love you. I love you, and I know your energy. You don't need to define or explain who you are. So that was kind of the message I got with that. So that was kind of, you know, that was kind of powerful, you know. So that's number 2. Help me make sure I keep track. Okay, so that's number 2. Okay, I'm going to come over to this side.
But I'm really glad that came out, because it's very, I also feel like right now it is very, very important that we really reestablish. You know, everybody's looking outside and, oh, where's my twin flame? When are they going to materialize in my soulmate? Or where is this? And it's like, it literally is all in you. And until you respect and honor that all of it that you're seeing out there is you, you won't really have it won't be possible for you to attract what you desire in your soul, you know, until you get down to the basics of, this is like, I am everything that I need. I don't need anybody else out there.
I am everything I need. Okay, that's today's freaking mantra. Oh my God. I am everything I need. That almost makes me sad to think that you know what I mean? It's like, it's like, how can we not even believe that? Even I feel the resistance in that, saying that to myself. I'm everything I need. Why do I feel resistance in thinking that's not true? That's what we're here to finish up here, you guys. This is, what this is, whatever this great awakening change is, you know. This is the psychic tarot, and you know, we are becoming more and more psychic every day with each other, with our pets, with the animals, the trees, you know, the earth itself. You know, Gaia and I, you know, we got our own little light language. You know, it's just, I can feel it. I can feel her speak to me. And once you're open, I was talking to a client the other day in a session, and we were talking about that once you're open, there's nothing. It's just your own disbelief that prevents you from believing what you just heard. So because there's nothing you can't connect to. And if you're receiving information, like, you know how long it took me to accept the fact that I'm in a meditation, or I'm outside, and all of a sudden I hear, you know, we are the elephant collective, or we are this collective, or we, you know, and you're just like, okay, I'm crazy, right? You know, but when you hear the information coming through and you're weeping at the absolute complete resonation with this information that you think is coming from somewhere else, because it kind of is, but it isn't, right? But, you know, because if you're part of all that is, then it is coming from you, even if it's just a different piece of the you of all that is. So yeah, I know how hard it is to wrap our minds around that. And talk about crazy eights, you guys. Look at the back of the Psychic Tarot deck. It looks like a bunch of eights.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, we got the geometry. Oh, well, now I turned it around because they said turn around the card. So I turned around the card. It's not number 8, but it's Bree's favorite number.
Yay! 7.
Number 7. And you know what? And this is perfect, you guys, because number 7 stands for spirituality. Stand your ground. Now, if that don't make you feel mighty and empowered, I don't know what the frick does. I mean, look at that. That's like a planet in the background or something. Or is that the eclipse? Oh,
I was that looks
like the eclipse, you guys.
Oh my God.
I'm like, oh.
It does look like the eclipse.
I'm like, that looks like an eclipse, doesn't it?
Dang.
Our inner eclipse. Just what I said earlier. Spirituality, number 7. Go look it up, you guys. Oh my God, it's our inner eclipse. See, you can't make this crap up. I won't even swear. Whoa. And Bree's favorite number. You know, seriously, the number of spirituality. That is what we're here to discover. Our own personal spiritual guidance. You're it. You know, I don't care what channeler is out there. They're all the entity that's being channeled is going to tell you the same thing. You're talking to yourself, disguised as me. So, yeah, that's pretty great. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
I got to.
Number 4. We need some noise. Yeah. Sina shishi amarikisa natisimi asonori anshina iwa kureasha. Sina siti siena. And even the other night, I've done in a video what I never did before, but I've done in front of my friends, and I was howling at the moon.
There you go. There you go.
Well, the coyotes were howling, so I felt like I kind of needed to answer back.
Yeah, of course.
When I was making a video, I'm like, you know what? And then what do I do? I'm howling, and what do I do, Bria? I pulled the wolf card. Swear, it's on YouTube. Oh I cracked up. Like I said, can't make this crap up, you guys. I just can't make this stuff up.
You just make me laugh so hard.
And I bought a beautiful, I forgot to tell you guys. Well, anyway, I told some of y'all, I forgot to tell you that I found this beautiful cement unicorn, and it told me in my meditation its name was Eclipse. And I was like, oh, of course it is. And I just love this thing. So I've got all my other little of these guys packed, in a bin out in the storage. So the other day I went out a couple days ago, I had to go out in the bin I had to go find my unicorns. I have 2 little unicorns like these guys. You might remember them from my house from before. And so I went out there, found the bin. It's labeled Wen's Critters. So I reach in the bin and I'm like, okay, I need to find both of my unicorns. I swear, you guys, I reach in the bin, boom, unicorn number 1, boom, unicorn number 2. I must have 50 stuffed animals in there. Pulled them both out, one after the other, closed the bin, said, thank you, guys.
No, that's impressive.
I was like, and I thought to myself,
funny.
now these are the kinds of things that I don't get to share with everybody, that are my like everyday occurrences, that I'm just like, you just can't make this shit up.
Just another day in
Wendy's wonderful world of wonder.
Wendy's wonderful world.
Wendy's whatever.
Oh my God. Wendy's whatever.
Wendy's whatever world, my whatever. Okay, so this is the Native Spirit deck from Denise Lynn. And I really like this one because it's got the eagle on the back. So we're talking, just.
Oh, it was my first deck that I was ever.
And this was my first deck, and that was the one we were turned on to by Holly.
Yes.
So Holly, our friend Holly Strong, she was the one who turned us onto this deck. And I immediately, when the retreat was over, ran and bought it. And you guys are not going to believe the card I just turned over. I'm like, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Gathering your tribe. 1, 2, 3. The triangle, trinary, body, mind, and spirit. When we are in our true core vibration, we find our true tribe. And were we not today, Bree, discussing finding our true tribe?
Yes, we were.
So this has really extremely synchronistic and very pyramid-y too. And we got all our pyramid energy here. So my friend, I'm going to shout out Miguel Mendonça. Oh my God, his our light workers glass. Oh my God, you guys, just crazy. I'm going to do a video.
Talking about spirals again, aren't we?
About him. Yeah.
There's some more spirals.
And just so you guys know too, on my channel, Miguel Mendonça is the one who wrote the music, put the music, and collaborated with me on my video, the Languages of Light soundtrack that I put together. And he took several of my pictures and he put them to the track for the video track. He put the music together. I did the light languages, and he did the mixing. And he also makes this beautiful art glass. And there's actually, you can't see it because there's not a light behind it right now, but there's an actual an alien face that is inside of here that you can only see. Cool. You can only see it if there's light behind it. And it's probably too far away right now. And this is the other one. I purchased both of these from him because I love his glass so much. And I know the color, the light's probably really bad in here, but this is like a black and a purple, like a purplish blue. They're very weighty. But I just felt like we were talking about swirls and spirals today, you guys. And so I really I was guided to, because these are, people from all over the world own these. And when we meditate on these, you guys, I've sat here and had the craziest, most powerful meditations holding his stuff and some things that I was guided to do with the glass and the messages I received. I was literally right here in this spot, weeping my damn eyes out because of what I was hearing and feeling and seeing and the places it took me. So that's a video for another day. He and I have been talking about doing a video together, so to talk about his glass, but I'll put his links and stuff in the video since I mentioned him. And I met him through my dear friend Jacqueline Smith, also a beautiful, light language linguist and just wonderful spirit. And she and I have been talking back and forth, and so hoping to get her back on again. Bree and I have done some events with Jacqueline as well, and we work together respectively. So. But anyway, it was through Jacqueline that I met Miguel, and one synchronicity after another, and there we have it. So, and it's really funny. Well, I guess I'll have to count this one, Bree. So that's 1, 2, And that was
That
let's
was
see.
to number 4, so now you're on 5.
So this is the same deck, but you know what? This was at the very bottom and talking about all this stuff, and look at what came up. Song of the Wild.
Oh.
So
And songs have been so prevalent. Music has been so prevalent in my awareness.
So here we are talking about music and light languages and collaboration and the pictures that we used. I mean, nature pictures. And when I very first started speaking light languages, that's exactly what it was like I was speaking the song of the wild, like I was speaking the song of nature and trees and light and the clouds and the sky and the earth. I don't even know how to explain it to you guys. It's just, it was all encompassing, all. And so I felt like I was singing the howl of the, the howl of the wild. There you go. The song of the wild. And we've got a rainbow, and look at the light here. Look. Realization, abundance, just everything that we really, really want to manifest. And at the end of the day, it's not things, it's not people. Like you said, I am all that I need. That's not what we really want. What we want is peace. What we want is self-love. What we want is to share our joy with somebody. Maybe somebody's perfect idea is being completely alone. That is their highest joy and bliss. They do not need to experience having another person in their life to feel fulfilled. Now, that doesn't mean that having another person in your life means that you need them in your life to be fulfilled. But what it means is being fulfilled within yourself and not expecting them to be your source of happiness, not in any one little way, shape, or form, any more than you want anybody else to put that responsibility on you, that they are relying on you completely for their complete and utter happiness. Nobody wants that.
Oh, God.
You think you do, but you do. That is the last thing you want. And This is what we're doing. We're gathering our tribe to find our strength with it, to find our own strength. Because the people that are in your real tribe are not going to be the people that are bringing you down. They're going to be the people who are showing you your true light. They're kicking you in the ass, telling you to get out there and be amazing. They're not bringing you down and devaluing you. And so we're coming together to bring each other up, so that we all can together sing our own song of the wild, whatever that means to us, So 2, 3, 4. I was like, okay, where's the 5? Okay.
Now you're on 6.
Yeah, so the next one is going to be 6. So I just want to thank everybody. If there's anybody out there watching, hey, if there's any questions or comments, is there anything anybody wants to share?
Oh, we have all sorts of lovely comments as usual. Just such a wonderful group of people that are always here. I wanted to say it was really cool when you were talking about elephants earlier. Sacred geometry music, which I really want to check out, because I love sacred geometry and I love music and I love sacred geometry music. Anyway, that's the username. Said that they just finished a painting today with elephants. When you were talking about elephants. And I was going to tell you earlier that because they teach Chinese kids English online, and it's absolutely amazing and I adore it. And I asked them what their favorite animal is, and a lot of students recently have been telling me elephants. And I'm like,
okay, what is going on? See, we cannot make all of us collectively across the world, and these are people all over the world that I've been talking to, and we're all having this. It's like we're all in the same, we're all. And the way that Bashar explained it too was, so that idea of that frequency of the elephant collective, for example, is its own frequency. It's not that we're all reading each other's minds necessarily. It's that we are all actually engaging in that same frequency at the same time. Isn't that very, very interesting to know? And then, you're like, hey, how is it? Oh, you know what? I'm such a goof, you guys. I purposely put this here so I could leave the card. So I've never done this before up here. Oh, wait. I'm getting tangled on my headset. Here. Okay, so that one. I'm going to try to put him, I'll try to put him back in the order that I pulled him. Okay, so then it was sensuality, I think, right?
Another interesting thing has been
oh, that's okay.
The students that have been sharing with me. I've had one student, I didn't even ask him what his birthday was. And all of a sudden he's like, I was born on 11/11. And this is at the beginning of the class. I'd never met the kid because I have different students every class for the most part, although I've had amazing synchronicities with getting booked with the same kids, even though they told me that would never happen. But yeah, this kid's like, I was born on 11/11. And then the whole class, because it was just me and him, I was like, I was talking about 11s here and there, and then I'm like, well, here's a 4, here's a 7. What, if you add these numbers up, what does it equal? And he's like, he was so confused. He's like, what? Because it was a 47. It was the number 40.
Yes.
And he's like, why are you asking me to add? It's a 47. And so I'm like, just add it up. What does 7 plus 4 equal? 11. 11! I was like so really excited.
Okay, that's really...
And then a girl told me, again, out of nowhere, she's like, I was born on August 8th. And I did not ask her what her birthday was.
Gosh.
And I was like, you were what? And so I get overly excited. These kids are just like, what is happening right now? I love seeing their reaction because they're literally like,
that is crazy. I mean,
that's awesome.
But once you're in that vibe, you know, the other day I was carrying some things out to the storage, and it was a bunch of just old greeting cards and memorabilia of my own personal kind of stuff and keepsakes kind of thing. And I was kind of in a not the best energy. And I was knowing that I wasn't, and I was kind of, you know, being the grumpy thing. And so I'm carrying this stuff. And all of a sudden, the couple bins, and they weren't big, but just a couple small bins. One of them falls on the driveway. Everything in it goes spewing all over the driveway. The one thing that lands on the top of everything else, I am not kidding you guys, was, you know, those little things, those little pamphlets that you get when somebody passes away, and they have this at the cemetery, you know, at the cemetery, and it's got the date and their name and everything of their birth. Okay. On the front of it was a picture of Jesus. And then when I opened it, it was my aunt, and I had completely forgotten. She was the one who was psychic and clairvoyant and all that, and did the oracle readings. And she died right after. She was my Lamaze coach for my first son, and she died right after that. She was born on 11/11, and I had completely forgotten that she was born on 11/11. So this thing falls out in front of me. I open it up, and there it is, plain as day. And I'm like, whoa. And I'm trying to remember, and then I looked at the date she died. And I was trying to remember what, I think it either equaled like 11 or 1 or so. And I'm thinking, for real? I'm like, boy, you sure?
Wow.
I'm like, you really sure, you know, plan that one out, Auntie.
Yeah, talk about messages from the other side.
And it does, though. It reminds us, though, we pick our birthday. We pick when we wanted to be born, who our parents were, what we want to look like. We pick all that stuff because we want to explore a particular something. And on a higher level. And even though we don't particularly understand the higher perspective of it all, and again, sometimes we just may not be able to in this, you know, physical understanding, if you will. I love this deck too. This is the, where did I grab this one from? I was like, wait a minute, where's the other part? This is the Earth Magic deck. Earth Magic Oracle from Stephen D. Farmer also. And this isn't when I like show this one a lot, because I like it because it almost looks, you know, like it could kind of go both ways.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And so I find it very intriguing that when you look at it, no matter which way, and there's like a bunch of jewels up here in the tree. And so this, you know what I'm saying? So really very interesting how this deck is set up on the back, and there's just a lot going on here. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys that, because to me it almost is saying like the figure 8 to this. So as above, so below.
That's what I was thinking. As above, so below. And the circle, it almost looks like a raindrop.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if you saw it, but I had literally just shared a picture on Facebook the other day of a raindrop on a branch that was reflecting like an entire forest inside this little raindrop. And it was like a quote about, like the greatest healer is nature itself or something. And that's what that looks like. So that is like,
I love that. That's one of the things I've always loved doing and taking photography is I've taken so many pictures of that where the drop is right there and you've got everything reflecting off the drop. It's almost like you're seeing like it's a whole world in a world in a world, and that whole microcosm, macrocosm. And when you see something like that, it almost kind of takes you that in and out and in and out,
Yeah. Oh, I found it here.
Oh, you found it?
I don't know if you can see it on the camera.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow. Is that cool looking?
Isn't that cool?
Wow. Does that look that looks a lot like that card?
It does. And the quote is, the wisest and noblest teacher is nature itself by Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, and I love him so much.
Mr. Da Vinci.
Yeah, Mr. Magical Da Vinci. Boy, that guy's, wow. That's a whole nother conversation. That is. Wow. Boy, there's one guy I'd like to channel.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. Ooh.
I'll help out with that.
Yeah, I'd love that. Yeah, oh, wow, you guys. Now, this is crazy. We got the whale, and isn't that interesting? Largest being on the planet. Only an ocean can hold a whale. And that is really weird. I just remembered yesterday I was just, skimming through and I happened to see, I think it was on Facebook, somebody posted a video and they were on an expedition, a whale expedition, and all of a sudden, right in front of them, this enormous whale, and they got it right on camera. It scared the crap out of me, and I was watching it, and I'm like, the whale collective consciousness. How I remember when I first started listening to Bashar, and he said, the dolphin energy, the whale is the entire, the whale represents the entire dolphin collective consciousness because it is the only thing large enough to hold it. And the ocean is the only thing large enough on our planet to hold the whale and that consciousness. And that the fact that I'm getting all tingly, and the fact that the dolphin, how did they say that, is the only extraterrestrial species on our planet right now. And so that's the card that came up. Just
wow, wait, that was a lot of information. Holy cow. I know. Oh, it says breach.
And so breach, so all of a sudden I'm hearing breach. Okay. Breach in what respect? Breach. So now all of a sudden I'm just thinking about my aunt who did, who was my Lamaze coach, and what do I turn over as breach? So I'm hearing thinking breach birth, right? I feel like that's what they're showing me right now. I'm getting all weird inside. They're showing me like you guys have had a breach birth. Like you came into this world upside down. And now you're going to be righted. Like you came out feet first, not eyes wide open first. And you couldn't see what was right in front of you. But you've got you are the largest thing you've ever known. You are. That just, the fact that I just saw that yesterday, that video it's just freaking me out. These people were just like, ah! you know, and and it was even in my phone, even though it was little, startled me. The energy of it, the sheer, because you knew darn well that that whale came right out of that water just for them.
Wow.
I
That
just,
was pretty powerful.
That whole breach thing just really, yeah, took me for a loop there. That whole, you know, that whole message, the way it's like we're being pulled out, breach, you know, and being rebirthed out of this cocoon, out of this, like they're turning, like we're being switched around inside the cocoon so that we can like come out, I don't know, right way up or something. I don't know. Right way out.
We're spinning. We're like, okay, wait, which way's up? Which way's down? We're getting there. That's really amazing. Can I ask you to review what you said before about the dolphins and the whales? Okay, because like what? Like what? I know that they're the record keepers. I haven't heard this information.
And so that makes a lot of sense. But I remember when and this was many years ago when I very first started watching Bashar, and I was watching one of the old, you know, segments that someone shared. It's not out there anymore, you know, because they got pulled. And I remember, okay, the intro to the video, and they were, you know, how April, she does the, you know, the cetacean stuff, and she does the whale, the dolphin swims and all that. So they were showing the video, and I think it's Edie Burkell, I think, is the one who does the music. And every time I even think of the music, I get kind of all weepy and kind of, so I'm listening to the music and I'm just crying, and I'm watching these whales swim and the dolphin swim, watching the dolphin and in this video, and I'm listening to the music. And then Bashar starts talking about the cetacean nation, and he starts talking about the dolphin collective and how the dolphin collective and the dolphin are the only species here that are actually extraterrestrials, if I understood what he said. Maybe he said alien. I don't want to misrepresent it, but
the only animal species.
No, he said he either said alien or extraterrestrial, one or the other. And I'm trying to remember. I think he said extraterrestrial. And if you guys have ever read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the dolphin actually came here from Sirius. I'm sorry, from Andromeda. So that's a whole nother thing. So I just was guided to mention it for anybody who's excited about that. So Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and I read the book and then I watched the movie. And actually I have to say they did a really good job on the movie, making it pretty close to the book, pretty close. So at any rate, so he goes on to explain how the dolphin collective consciousness, the whale itself being the largest mammal on the planet, represents it's the physical representation of the entire dolphin collective, because the collective energy is so large. The whale, the way we represent the largeness of the whale and being it the largest mammal on the planet, it is the only thing that could literally, the way he put it, house the dolphin collective consciousness was within the whale body and the whale consciousness, I guess. And so, wow, yeah, this goes way back. I mean, if somebody can find the video, it's like many years old. I want to say maybe 2007, maybe 06. Oh no, is that a whale?
It's a dolphin.
A dolphin. Oh my gosh.
It's actually a USB drive. I love showing this.
Oh my God. I love that.
Isn't that cool?
Somewhere in my trinkets here, which it's not here right now, but somewhere in my trinkets here, I have, it's in my my medicine bag here. I've got a plastic dolphin like coming out of the water, and it's just a little plastic thing, and it came in a cocktail from someplace. And so it was just, and so I pulled out and I kept it, and it's purple. So I keep it in with my medicine bag as a symbol to me, to remind me, I guess, of that, you know?
Oh my God,
so anyway, for whoever resonates with all of that information and the dolphin energy, I've many times connected, or at least I've really felt as if I've connected with that energy, that collective consciousness. And even as a kid, and I know I'm really dating myself, but Flipper and, even as a kid, that show about the dolphins, there was something even back then. I remember I would sit there and I would have to hide from my parents, like, because I would sit there and watch the show Flipper, and there'd be like, my eyes would be welled with tears, but I didn't want to, because I didn't understand even why I was crying, but it was like, I wasn't unhappy. I was on, it was like I was unhappy. It was like I was sad because I knew I could talk to them and I wanted to do that and be that.
Reminiscing.
And I knew I could do that. And it was like my eyes would sit there with big old alligator tears in them, and I'd be like, well, why am I crying? And I don't want to show my family because I knew I was so embarrassed. I'm like, why am I,
Wow. I had the same thing happen with a video game, with a dolphin video game called Echo the Dolphin. And I literally was like transfixed with this video game. Like, I wanted to play it all the time. And I felt like I was actually this dolphin swimming in this water. And I was like, this is so amazing. Oh my God. And then, well, now knowing everything else, it's like, oh, okay, well, that makes a little more sense why I was like obsessed with this game. So that's
cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
I just find that so synchronistic too, that we both, so, but see, this is what I'm saying. So this, and let me go back to that first, well, I don't want to open it again, but the first image that I showed you guys, that blue image, was all about that serious energy. And this is what I feel like, this portal and the Lion's Gate and all of this is all about opening these portals of love all over the planet, no matter how it is that whatever you're doing to be in the most bliss and highest excitement is exactly what is opening these love portals all over the world. That's what's making the change. And we don't really understand it. And so that's kind of the big message here. And I think
you said that.
Every single one of us cannot look at the dolphins and not feel something. I don't know anybody who can look at a dolphin and not feel something, and so there's something to it, there's something to this. And even if we don't understand what it is, and those, they can tell me, my guides can say, yes, you're speaking Syrian. Well, that's like saying I'm speaking human. Well, how many languages do we have here?
Yeah.
It's not, we cannot label and categorize and specify like we are. It's not possible. We want to so badly understand, what am I saying? What are they saying? What's the translation? Where's it from? Who's it from? Everywhere. It's from everywhere. It's from everything and every when and every who and every how and everything. Yes, one moment I can be zeroed in, let's call it, on Lyran or Syrian or Pleiadian or Andromedan. I can feel the energy. I can feel the energies. I can invite in Jesus and Mary. I can feel them as if they were in my heart and soul, if that they were sitting right in this room. So this is the point. So can everybody else. We're so special, but we're not special. This is normal. What do we look at that's completely normal now that we never, ever, ever, how many of us swore to God when we were watching, Star Trek, that we would never in the world be talking through little, video calls and here now I feel like if I talk on the telephone, I'm using something archaic. And like, well, this is kind of weird because I can't see you.
Isn't that weird how fast that changes?
I know. And to think when we all started hanging out, I was mortified to be seen. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't turn on my camera in Hangouts.
Yeah.
And so look at us now. Now it's, you can't shut us up, Okay. Desert passage. A beautiful sun walking through like this gateway. Trust there's a divine plan. And remember, you guys, the divine plan is not, oh, this is God's plan for me and I don't have anything to say or do with it. No, no, no. You are the God. You are the divine. You are the one creating the divine plan. Desert passage. This is how I feel. The Lion's Gate, the Sphinx, the sand, the pyramids, desert passage, the Syrians. Oh my God. the pyramids, the sand, desert passage. See, you guys, seriously. I cannot.
Seriously.
I can't make this up.
Wow.
I just really, I mean, sand dunes and what's up there? This reminds me of me looking through my cabana up here, you know, with the opening the veil, opening the screen, and taking the desert passage out into the sun, out into the unknown, into the unknown, and knowing. Faith is knowing that beyond a shadow of a doubt, you're going to have everything you need to do, what you need to do, when you need to do it. Just like Bashar says, that's their definition. And the Shikani, that is their definition of abundance. That if you have, you will always have everything you need to do, exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it. And they reinforce the word need. What we think we need is what we want. We have got to know that we know inside what we really need. And when it's revealed to us, and when we don't like what we see, that's our first sign. We need to go toward it, not away from it, toward it. So it's got to be revealed to us. And this is very interesting because with all of this said, and the Lion's Gate and the Sphinx energy today, and everybody knows who knows me and Bree and our pyramid energy, and a weird she and I just had a conversation earlier today about pyramids too. So, and I got all my pyramids here. So we got the Sirius, the sacred geometry, the Lion's Gate, the Sphinx energy, and we've been talking about this for a long time. And I'm going to say it here and now. The time has come and the secrets are going to be revealed, whether it's at the paw of the Sphinx, whether it's in the pyramids all over the world, somehow, some way, the answers will be revealed. And I remember one day when Bree and I were on a trip coming back from a retreat, and I said to her, we were seeing all these weird synchronicities and 9/11 and 911. And it's weird that 9/11 equals 11. 9 + 1 + 1 = 11. So speaking of 11s, and all of a sudden I heard, and I'm going to repeat it now because I remember saying it to her that day. Oh my God, Bree. And we were seeing all kinds of weird, like ships and crap in the sky. It was a weird, weird day. And so it was like, I kept hearing the secrets will be revealed. The false flags will be revealed. The false flags will be revealed. Remember, I must have said it 20 times. Oh my God, they keep saying it. The false flags will be revealed.
I remember
all of a sudden, that moment just came back to me just now. And I don't know what it's got. I don't know what it's got to do with pyramids or the Sphinx or any of that, but somehow I'm being guided to share that right now. So I don't know. And that's pretty weird. And for me to even say it out loud is kind of bold, but so we've got, okay, so now we're up to 7.
That desert passage, I thought that was, oh yeah, we're going to start on number 7. But that desert passage, I
got 3 and 4, so we've got 7 here already.
Oh, we're working on number 8. I lost count for you.
Oh wait, you can't see one, I think. There it goes. Sorry.
It's still a little on this. Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay, yep.
There we go.
Got it.
There. So,
but the desert passage to me was really symbolizing like my next step in my life, like me walking out into the unknown, walking out into the sunlight, shining my sunlight, being, the beacon that I know that I am, but I've been too busy hiding and being uncertain, even though I know, and I have, all of this faith. It's like I've still been doing too much hiding. And so that was a very symbolic card for me.
That was extremely symbolic. Just now too, I'm thinking, here he is facing out to just unlimited sand dunes. You can't see what's on the other side, don't know where you're going, don't know what's going to happen. But you know what? Isn't that what our whole life is? Isn't that everything that we don't know what's going to happen in the next minute, the next moment, the next moment. So you just have to take the step after the step after the step and have faith that you are being divinely guided by by yourself. If you want, and yes, angels, guides, source, all of it. But at the end of the day, you're still tethered to all of that. It's still you guiding you and going out and saying, okay, I'm going to face those sand dunes and the heat and everything that comes my way, and the illusions, the delusions, the scorpions, the camels, the everything that comes my way is going to be part of my own divine plan. I'm no longer blaming others. I'm no longer blaming my ancestors. I'm no longer telling the story about why I'm so sick, about why right now I'm so sick because of what happened to me before and this and that and what had happened to me as a child, or I went through this, or I had this illness, or that, or I have this illness. These are all divine. None of them's wrong. None of it, everything is the way it needs to be. But until we cannot cure what we can't, what we don't see inside of ourselves. We can't. And when I say cure, we have to understand we don't need to be fixed. But what I'm talking about right now is physical maladies that are caused by as we talked about earlier, you know, the baggage that we carry, but the baggage is nothing but an illusion. We, you know, like we talked about today, I can choose to allow yesterday to come into my now, or I cannot. And my reality is going to change based upon what I decide in that situation. So I like this deck right here. This is the, I was guided to this one as the number 8 because it's got a lot going on. It's a conscious spirit deck. It's one of my favorites. And I even love the cover, you know, and that's on the back is one of the representations of one of the cards. And I just love this deck. And one of the biggest reasons why I love it too is because it really encompasses that everything is connected. The numerology, the sacred geometry, our astrology, the stars, the planets, the seasons, the cycles, nature, absolutely every bit of it. And this is the back of those cards. And you guys have seen these in my readings before, but I absolutely love this deck because of everything it's got going on, and the chakra systems, the Merkaba, the Star of David, whatever you want to call it. You've got the angel wings, you know, we've got celestial guidance, earth guidance, you know, you've got everything going on here, all of the chakra systems. So that was, I think, why, you know, I really was guided to do this one as the 8th card. Oh,
they're gorgeous.
To kind of bring it all together, you know, what's like this kind of culmination of the final message. All right, guys. Well, this one just fell out. And so kind of interesting because the number is 40. So 4 and 4 is 8. And it's so perfect for today and right now and what we've been talking about. Gosh, Bree. At day's end, rest. I find peace in nature and rest my body and mind in order to connect to spirit. I just don't even want to say anything. And if I'm not mistaken, are those kitty cats in her lap?
I was going to ask, are they? Yeah,
Here, hello. There we go. Hello. I'll keep talking. I said, I'm pretty sure. Yep. 3 kitty cats, guys. 1, 2, 3. We've got the birds, the sun, the water, the air, the earth, the fire. We got the air, the earth, the fire, the water. We've got the nature spirits. Bree and I are such elementals. We are such nature spirits. And just as all of us are, there's a piece of all of us that have that spirit, that sprite within us, that light sprite, that connection to the elves, the realms, the fairies, just as we were talking about today about the fairies and the dew and the moonlight and the and the dewdrops in the morning, and how perfect of an 8th card for that whole message. And I'm just reminded again and again and again, you guys, get outside as often as you can. I do as much as I can outside. I mean, as much as I possibly can of all my work that I possibly can do outside, I do. And I really wanted to do the hangout outside today, but the wind was blowing really a lot, and it's been kind of raining, and I knew it was going to pick up all that noise and stuff outside. So I stayed indoors today, and because it's been kind of storming on and off. But this honestly is kind of how I feel like every day, like almost every day. This is how I feel at some point in my day, when whether I'm doing a video or whether I'm in meditation or just sitting at the end of the day, resting. And this again, you guys, breech birth, all of this. Now it's time to do it, to rest, to do it the easy way. I've been getting this message for a while now after this eclipse, this 8-11. Here we are in the 8 and the 11. Infinite masters, infinite master teachers, infinite manifestors. Really very, very interesting. And I love that it's 40, you know, and then it's the 11-11 energy, and also 4 and 4 is 8. So I'm really loving how the beauty of this, just all of it. And this really looks a lot like, you know, the sun on the lake out here. And I feel really literally like this is just like a mirror for each and every one of us, that this is where we connect. It is where I began to connect my deepest. The places I used to drag Bree, I would tell her when she came over, bring your muddy shoes, bring your muddy shoes. And
it was muddy.
And it was muddy. And so, but it was a way to connect. And I don't think it was that long. I think you were speaking light languages pretty shortly there around all of that time. So I forget now which came first, you know, the chicken or the egg. But
I think I hung out with you for about 3 months before I started speaking.
Before you started, and then now you can even see videos.
4 months. Yeah.
There's videos of Bree and I at where I used to live up north, and where, you know, we were just, she was activating and really nervous. And I was kind of came across one of those the other day, and somebody had commented on it, and even I just, you know, I don't go back and watch my old videos, and so if somebody comments on something, I kind of, you know, I'll click on it, and so, and it brings me back to, but it brings me back to that time, but it's like almost like, it's exactly like we are completely looking at two different people. They're not me. They're not this me and you that are in that video. And this is what the Bashars and the Alans and the Arturians and the channel, it doesn't matter who's up. This is what they're trying to explain to all of us, through us, to us. You're all of that. You know, we are all of those things. We're I was just completely, you know, we're reminded that we are new every now. Every single now is new. And when you look back at that, you realize that is not a linear past. That is not you. That is not like yesterday's you. That's a completely new, different, complete version. And I know, and especially because I know you and you know me, we know we are not that version of those people anymore.
Yes.
Absolutely, unequivocally. Yes. So that was really, wow. That was a beautiful way to kind of give us that beautiful 8 spread. I am like burning up, and the air conditioning's on. I am like so hot right now. Like it's so weird how when you really begin to physically vibrate faster, your body just changes. You know, you can feel it, the ripples, the fast vibration, you know.
Yeah, the cells are, I mean, we're literally, we're becoming a different species. I mean, There's a
We
lot
are.
of stuff
We're
happening.
becoming Homo Galacticus. Homo Galacticus is, I mean, we really are coming into this new version, this crystalline being, this galactic version of ourselves. And literally, as I'm drinking the water, I'm being reminded that the faster we vibrate, the faster our water molecules vibrate. And just like that's exactly how a microwave works, right? It shakes the molecules so fast that it heats the food. It is not heating the food, it's heating the water molecules in the food. So this is what happens to us when we start, raising our vibration. We literally and figuratively are on fire. Our solar plexus are engaged, and literally it's sending that energy up and down. You're getting that back and forth, that Merkaba spinning, and here we're talking about the spinning of the pyramids, and that's what you start to feel, that connection to all of that and all of that and all of this and all of the planetary celestial beings. They've been explaining that to me a lot lately about our astrology and how each of us chooses an astrological sign so we can embody the energy and the literal, they're telling me right now, the literal sound vibration of that planet. You're carrying that sound vibration of that planet that you were born under with you here to help you on your journey. That's crazy.
And it is so crazy. Might I add something that totally blew my mind when I first got into all this stuff and I found out about frequency healing and how, sound healing and frequency healing and light healing, and it's all real and it all actually works because it's all energy. And there was a lady, God, I wish I could remember her name. I was trying to remember it the other day too, but she found that the different notes on the scale resonated with different chakras, which resonate with different astrological signs, which resonate with different planets, and it's all interconnected. And she said that if we emit or listen to that pure note, like I know for a fact that Leo is E, it's the E note, and it's the sun, the solar plexus. If we listen to or if we emit that note purely, it is an instantaneous connection for us to our divine sort like that
you just completely validated what my guides told me. Completely validated.
I'm getting burning in my solar plexus.
Oh my God. That is exactly, because you remember a while back, Sagittarius, and I was talking about me being a Sagittarius, and one day I literally connected to the sage energy, and the plant itself, the sage energy, but also the frequency, because she was explaining to me, she says, I am sage, I am the energy of the plant, but I am also embody the energy of the frequency of a sage, an oracle, a wise person. And so I probably had a 30-minute conversation with this energy calling it, and she was showing me about burning sage in the house and how it connects and all of it. It was amazing. It was amazing. And you're like, okay, I cannot make up that kind of a conversation. It wasn't like me talking to myself. Well, technically, no.
Well, if you get into the quantum physics, but no, I get it. That's amazing.
So,
and I do think of you a lot when I sage my house because of that's because you had connected with that like sage conscious collective, collective multiple times, I think. And
yes,
I definitely keep that in mind, and how you were learning that and then teaching that we are, since we're literally connected to everything, you don't need to have a physical thing in your environment to be able to accomplish whatever. I mean, like, you know, take drinking a cup of coffee. Oh, I need to drink this coffee because I need this energy right now because I'm so tired. We have that within us, and we can connect to that energy without drinking the coffee.
That's right. Because
and
that's
have
what
those
she
effects.
said. She said that to me that day. She said
that you don't need sage.
You don't actually need the plant. Yeah, you don't need to burn it. You don't need the plant itself. All you need to do is believe that you can connect to me at any time, and I will bring that energy of what I embody into your space no matter where you are. No matter where you are. You do not need to burn it. They're just saying, yes, you have a physical plant that we have agreed that embodies this energy that you use as a permission slip. But she said, I have come to tell you, you don't need that. You can invite me into anywhere you are and say, I would like to sage this, clear the space with the energy of sage. And I invite her in, he, they, whatever in now. It represented itself to me as a feminine feeling that day. That doesn't mean that's what it is, or, it's just how it represented itself to me that day. So I know we got to get going because I know, aren't you pressed for time? You got to get going to work here soon.
Yeah. I'll be teaching you a little bit here.
Okay. So I didn't want to, I was hoping to maybe be able to invite some people in to kind of do some light languages, but I know Bree's, she's got to get going for work. So, what I wanted to do then is, I think between she and I then is, I think I'd like to just take this opportunity then to end this, and we'll just I'll just kind of stop the broadcast in the middle of the light languages wherever feels fit, and unless I decide to say goodbye. But I kind of feel like I want to take this and end this with this. They really wanted me to reiterate about the sound and the healing and connecting to nature and the sounds in nature, and how every single thing is sound, and whatever vibrates with you that brings you bliss is part of your healing, raising your vibrational, that's part of your frequency, if you will. So whether it's singing bowls, whether it's music, for example, whether it's light languages, this is to activate that within you, all of us in this now, to intentionally say, okay, this Lion's Gate, this portal energy, this sun inside of me, the sun is the ruler, yes, of Leo. So and now we've got the solar eclipse energy coming up and the eclipse on the new moon eclipse. So you've got the new moon, the solar eclipse, this with the sun in Leo. So all of this is about walking through this gate of what you cannot, it's not that you're gaining courage you don't have, it's to remember the courage that's already within you. There is nothing that's not already there. It's that you believe you don't already contain it. Just like the Wizard of Oz. The whole movie, we've talked about this before, is a absolute, complete, and pure, perfect metaphor for this dance we're doing here. Pull away the curtain and see what Oz is really about. It's just an illusion. It's an illusion. That voice inside of you that's been telling you, you can't, you're not good enough, you can't do this, you don't have the support, you don't have the money, I can't get out of this relationship, I can't get out of this house, I can't get out of this job. Bullshit. It's your choice. This is what we came to understand, is to speak boldly, but respectfully to ourselves, to treat ourselves with love and kindness, but we're no longer brushing it under the rug or into the corners. No, we came to be lions and elephants now. We came to be the whale, and we came to sing like the dolphin and become this Homo Galacticus version of the human race. And what's not working. That's what we're going to ring in. That's what this third eclipse is going to eclipse us, just like here. So I've got a little bit of noisemakers here. I'm just going to kind of start this out because I really feel like making some noise. Like I feel like I'm in the jungle and I just want to just don't care who's around. You know, and that's how I want everybody to feel now, that stop worrying about who's around, who's judging, who's looking, what they think. It doesn't effing matter. It doesn't matter. You matter. What you want, what you feel is what matters. And if what matters a minute ago doesn't matter today or this now, so what? Let it go. Let it go. It served its purpose. Thank it, love it, send it on its way. The job, the relationship, the place, the whatever it is, but send it lovingly. You don't need to hate it or resent it. You don't need to resist it or be ugly or angry at it or judge it. No, everything exists. Everything. Just like the crap on the smorgasbord. You don't pick up what you don't want to eat, but you also don't hate it. You just leave it there. You go, well, that's not for me. I don't like that. But you can sit across from the table with somebody who's eating the thing you don't like. That doesn't mean you despise them just because you don't prefer the same food. Stop judging each other and stop, because judging each other is just you judging yourself. You're judging that thing within yourself that you think you're judging in that other person. Wake up. That's what they came to say. Wake up, make some noise, wake yourself up. Get out there and be whatever it is that you, whatever makes you sing your song in the wild. This is our tribe. We're gathering our real tribe now, guys. This is where we're letting that fall away. We're opening up our eyes to those, the peoples, the circumstances, the clubs, the groups, the this, the that. We're letting it all go. And we don't need to be resentful. They did us a huge favor. Whatever happened, your higher self did you a huge favor and gave you an exit, right? Bree and I talked about that today. We give ourselves exits. And then we feel all sad and all victimhood about the exit we just gave ourselves. You're like, your angels are like, well, what the hell, you guys? You know, you got off easy. You know, you know, you don't even see the beauty of the passageway you've left for yourselves, you know?
Oh yeah, we really got to be grateful. We really got to be grateful.
So be grateful that you picked your body, your time, your this, your that, because at the end of the day, I can honestly say there's nobody I'd trade with. Nobody. There's nobody I would trade with. Does that mean my life was wonderful and perfect and happy and blissful? Absolutely not. No, but that doesn't mean I would trade it with anybody. So there you go. Love yourself, embrace your existence. And if you don't like the job that you're doing, trust the one will come. Bree knows this firsthand. I know this firsthand. And now she's in her bliss. She's doing this, you know, English as a second language teaching and finding just this beautiful harmony and one thing leading to another, and no longer in that energy of a place she didn't want to be, and a place of employment she didn't want to be, or with a group and organization she didn't want to be with. So that's what this is all about. Just letting it fall away and being okay and knowing that it's your perfect timing. You don't have to plan. You don't have to push. You don't have to put the square peg in the hole. You don't have to define who you are. You don't have to explain who you are to people. You know, you probably won't even find out one video on my channel that says, oh, I am this and I am that. And because it just doesn't resonate with me. I can't even, because then to me, I feel like I've just pegged myself. I feel like then I've just put myself in a box, in a label, and now and that's not who I am. So I can't even define who I am or what I do or what this is. All I know is I love this, and I feel divinely guided to share these perspectives, whatever they are, and these languages. What does it mean? And what do they translate to? You know what? There's so much more than that. It's so much more than that, you guys. So, okay, Bree. Well, any last human? I was gonna say any last human words.
Hey, that's a good way to put it. I like that. That's very funny.
And it's human language. And yes,
human language.
I just want to kind of do some languages.
Where, you know, I do want to say one quick thing is I think it was the last eclipse that we just had, the blood moon lunar eclipse. That was, first of all, extremely powerful, and I had heard a lot of information that it was like the ending point of us activating our third strand of DNA, like as a collective.
That makes sense.
And it's so exciting because, you know, we've been functioning at the base level of everything that we actually are. You know, we're 12-strand beings. We have so much. We can literally do anything. We're quantum supercomputers. We can literally do anything, everything. And that was really profound for me because I think DNA activation is, I mean, that's taking things into a whole nother topic. I know, for a whole nother, with the light languages and with the solar energies that are coming in, with the cosmic energies that are coming in, with all of this stuff, and with our own personal healing. But I did want to mention that about the third strand. You know, this ascension is happening on the planet, whether we are consciously aware of it in our day-to-day or not, whether we're trying to pay attention to it or not. You know, the frequencies are flying high, and it's not going to stop. It's just going to keep increasing. So, you know, the more that we consciously choose to do the work and do the self-healing and really get true with our own self-love, I think we're just going to keep experiencing more magic. It's amazing.
Absolutely. You know, it came to my mind too, as you were speaking, they were showing me the vision of when I was talking about earlier about our, as we vibrated at a faster speed, how my body started to heat up and how our bodies heat up. And even when when you're, gathering energy, whether it's to do Reiki or healing or, or as we bring our hands together, and into the heart space, the planet itself, think of how we are heating up. Our whole planet is heating up right now, getting literally hotter, right? All over the world, everywhere across the globe is experiencing record heat, record, fires. Look at how the fires that are burning all over the planet. We're vibrating faster. She's heating up. We're literally vibrating faster. She's heating up. Nisato Shamiara Sanyako se Shashi Hana Kaleandor Samaroshanarake. Sinikia Sonoshe. Sinikia Sochoshe. Sinikia Leambasonariakaha. Sino Koleando Shanariki Morishanarake. It's time to pick up the pace. Niasa Toshimiara Kosamiaso Shewa here, Korisamaria Noriaqua. Hone Shiawa. Soni Siawa Sunokiawa Haleanda Nishiwa. Misa Shiawa Sone Kiawa Satoshewa Kiara Sateshia. The sun, energy, Leo, the lion's gate, the secrets, the magic, Nyoshama Kiara Sonata, the power within you is being revealed to you. Niaso Shamiara Koriambo Shunaria Korabashanat Hewaki, Seno Somioso Tobekiasha Tashiamaki. Liso Nekia with a Sonoria Shamaiwa Kuamalamania. And you are truly discovering that the most powerful magic is created with the quietest and lightest touch. You will now walk with a quiet strength. You Mi sono she wa he lamba kosana sela kenyara kala. Oya hanaya kwana haya no kaya no naya ninaya no wakaya sho naya hi. So mi ashoto yabo sonoria so hamo kwashono ambu kwasateshe. Moya sho humaya alenga sinara. Onayoku asana hela ko nayano akaya se nulahi nusanahi norano akala hitoya noyanakaya. Mishani anekea sasamala anakia ambogosa no shami itusa. Mishano koinki sana tsima tunuba alanina nama alokoma shashena. Misota shamiara sanikila gisa notaba amiasa to say. Somi saniki andar shnoriamba rumba shnariamba kasadikiara kosamanumba yananaki. Misanana. Mikarasinda shanatelanga sanatalishiambako apashanake. Sesa sumakalango sanapolanki anana. Hebo sanashe ikasali sanatolambo guama. Leseto sana halumaka. Sesa sinki asase kombashanate lango samala mora. Elakianda si kia boshunayi wala sumbakia. Shaka shana 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 shana. Piano sami sana tatea masanto somano mayana nakia. Lehe sonoti ambariande yana mbogorama le hamo. Miano, leana kalunda sana kulambasana. Isa to somani ato shamanion bokuraboya shaikiara sanenania loco sana. Osha himari kundiasa te sanite. Itaya. Minaya inambukoya sesa manina neshoyaka. Posero igala nananaka. Metanya nisanekia. And in this now, I'd like to invite a light language exchange. Mia soto sami kele sanatesa. Some sanoto same tishana kilantia. An alchemy of the energy of light. Mia sono tashimi kea pushanata ilakaya. Go ahead, Bree.
Nihilihiti asop keshi kiteenti ki ito oshoka anti hiri ito hoa. Lihiti ito kosho hotaya.
Mishane kolea bosanoche ikiata se itasana kala.
Nan tiedä, aus on te eserietio soa ma hoe hea o te kirsko o ane tera tatato shinia hau hate hia hau mahaya hotera awane non ne hete sahau te he shahan te he kahara hau te son shiketi ahana hor o e sania shuko o hantiara at aus hea.
Ina shoya ambu rashana eke kiata sana shona kemangia no sonia sobarianga shana eke kiata so kiala kosomara sote senikilia koria sobara kesha kiala koria para sono de la cosa bla heka kiatosa sobara ki miki sana kila koria sobara oko shore sena santikela koria sobara keteshana kila ketiki sena seki shano ya pugo sala shika kiata sara ke sobara kosa sela.
Kitio toto shi kehetea hoto te shi ke na hato sahaye ere te soko o shanhea Jorge sanne so so to 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 ko ai dia shoa aura você nesse hishao mo se hiara how so one ni shayan ni so mo hue isish o are isini yo huwa na ya se ishi yo huwa na rao so kaite no te isho huwa haya hata.
Anushahi wa anikia asha wa ina wa aukwai kayahi anana ikwa. O ono aka isha iwa ina kiusoto omo o una yetasha ika ashi ia kwa aisha ne wa ono akwa itkia. I was reminded of an event that we were at together and there was nobody on the dance floor and the music started to play and I was coerced to be the first one out on the dance floor to get the ball rolling. And this is what we're all doing. We're all the first ones out on the dance floor. This
Yes,
is it,
we
you
are.
guys. We're the first ones out on the dance floor. And it feels really scary and lonely out there when you're dancing by yourself, just moving to your own groove.
And you just gotta own it and be like, yes, this
and
is
then I was
me.
just like, yeah. And I was picturing myself in that dress and dancing, and I just let it all go. And it was just like, yes.
Oh, it was beautiful. It changed the whole event. Then people started to dance.
It was, and it did. It changed the whole energy of the room, and it was fun and lively. And that's the image that I just got now. We're all the first. All of us, all of you guys, we're the first ones on the dance floor. And it's really scary. And it's really fun though. And then we get out there and we start dancing and singing our song of the wild. We start gathering our tribe and we get all sensual and we gather our power and we stand up and we say our truth, but we do it respectfully and lovingly. And yet we can still dance together. And I'm loving all of that and walking through this desert passage together. I mean, 888, the Lion's Gate, the Sphinx, really, the desert passage. I mean, I just, really? You know, and the whale energy, you know, there's nothing that we know of right now. And I was guided to say that too. I don't know why that happened, that we know of, larger than the whale. Woo! I don't know where that came from, but thank you, my friends from Sirius. That's where that came from. So all of you, as you gaze out into these celestial bodies, these nights to come, and just embracing the songs of Jupiter and Mars and Saturn and our beautiful Venus and all the ones we know and don't know. In that moment, remember, we are all one. This moment is one. This moment is now. We are all looking in that same moment. We're all together. This eclipse is also the new moon as we begin anew. My necklace is a lotus. I have a lotus in addition to my crystal triangle here. I have a lotus on the back of this. Lotus says new beginnings. And so I found this in a gift shop, in a hospital gift shop during a very trying time in our family's life. And I knew the moment I saw this, everything was going to be okay. And it is. And I saw physical healing because of this, because of you, because of me, because of light language. I witnessed physical healing, a new beginning, because of belief and all of this. And all of you were there with me during that journey, whether you knew it or not. And many of you were there with me in words, in mind. And so I remember that just now, this moment of finding that in a gift shop and what I was going through in that experience. This is our new beginning. This new moon coming up, this eclipse. This is it for all of us. This is our true new beginning, our age of Aquarius, the soul of the sun inside of us. this infinite, remembering that we, God, Bree, I love that so much. We are all we need. And that infinitely and forever, the answers always will be, always have been, completely inside of you. Always. I've been looking down at Bree instead of at the camera. Yes, Naliana ikora sanashe la kimara sonote sanikia la senosoria. It's time for you guys to make some noise, to share your hearts, to sing your song of the wild. Go howl at the moon. And the meteor shower, I almost forgot.
Oh yeah.
The new moon solar eclipse is on August 11th. So we've again got the 11-11 energy. We've got the 11 of the 11th, the infinite of the 8. We've got the 11 for 2018. And it totally equals 13, which is transformation. Transformation, the number 13, the 13th step. The meteor shower is running from the 11th through the 12th. And it's running actually a lot longer than that. You can see them now. I've been actually seeing shooting stars for a week or two now. But this Saturday, get out there, you guys. Do a new beginning. Do a little ritual for yourself, however you can, whatever that means to you, even if it's just sitting in meditation with a cup of your favorite, whatever, just new beginning. Intend to clarify what it is that you want and what it is that you want to manifest. See yourself, just if you had the life you actually wanted, what would it look like? What would you be doing? Where would you be working? Who would you be with? How would you be showing your love, sharing your love? What would you be doing? What would you be eating? What would you be thinking about when you wake up in the morning? What frequency is that? And become the frequency of that, and you become that person. That's what. And go out and watch those meteor showers, watch those falling stars, and wish after wish after wish after wish, understanding that every single wish is always granted, no matter what. Every single wish is granted. You've got to remember that. Negative and positive, good and bad, there is no such thing. Every single wish is granted. You decide which ones are negative and positive. And sometimes that's just, doesn't it? Sometimes the very thing that was the worst thing that happened to us becomes the very most important, best thing that ever happened to us. Thank you for being with me again. Bree, thank you for being with me again. And all of you in this now and every now, sharing your perspective and the perspectives of all that is, of the Emissaries of the Light Collective. Those that have gathered here with us today in this gathering of light and oracle messages to give their perspective in any way through us to us. Thank you all. The honor is timeless, and I remain in grace and gratitude to the service, to myself, to my highest bliss and joy, because I know that is in my most divine service to you and all that is. And I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Bree. Love you all. Mia Sotoshia Kiana.